A WNBA lockout is on the horizon.
The WNBA players have rejected the first CBA offer.
The WNBA is heading towards a lockout. Work stoppage is probably the most correct way to describe it.
The CBA negotiation that's going on, players have rejected it.
It would be so on brand for the WNBA to gain momentum and then go into a lockout, killing their sport.
The WNBA players have officially rejected what they're calling an insulting offer from league owners during the first round of collective bargaining agreement (CBA) negotiations. Player representatives didn't mince words, calling the proposal a slap in the face. Satu Sabali, a WNBA rep, voiced the players' frustration loud and clear, and now the threat of a lockout looms large over the league's future. Brianna Stewart expressed outright fury. Satu Sabali echoed that sentiment publicly, and yet, the most important name in the league, Caitlin Clark, is still not in the room. Caitlin Clark is the face of the WNBA right now. She's the player driving massive media attention, selling out arenas, and bringing an entirely new audience, especially young male fans, to the sport. She's the reason casual fans are watching WNBA games. She's the one kids want to be. And yet, despite her importance, she doesn't have a seat at the negotiating table. If you support Caitlin and believe she deserves a voice in these talks, drop a 100% for Caitlin in the comments, because this situation is spiraling. There's a clear undercurrent of resentment toward the overwhelming attention Clark receives. But love her or not, Caitlin Clark is the best thing to happen to the league in years. She's must-see TV. So when the first CBA offer from WNBA ownership hit the table, the players wasted no time tearing it to shreds. Sabali didn't sugarcoat her thoughts. She told the press that the league's proposal was, verbatim, a slap in the face. That phrase spread like wildfire across social media, igniting a broader conversation about value, respect, and the league's future. Brianna Stewart, a former MVP and key union figure, echoed Sabali's words. She said she was absolutely frustrated and pointed out that the league ignored everything we said. Her statement perfectly captured what many players are feeling. The league is pretending to negotiate while ignoring the very voices that built its foundation. And this discontent isn't just coming from the stars. Indiana Fever players Sophie Cunningham and Sydney Colson read a bold prepared statement before their game against the Las Vegas Aces, saying, "As the league grows, it's time for the CBA to reflect our true value." The WNBA is negotiating for larger salaries, shares of league revenue, and improved conditions. Their message was direct and unmissable: we're fighting for a fair share of the business we built. This is bigger than money. It's about recognition, fairness, and real equity in a growing league. And the timing couldn't be more urgent. The current CBA is set to expire at the end of the season. That's why so many top players, Stewart, Kelsey Mitchell, and others, signed only one-year deals. They anticipated this moment. They knew something better was on the horizon. But when that first offer came, it wasn't better, it was worse. To make matters even more frustrating, the league is bragging about expansion, adding new teams in Philadelphia and Detroit, launching franchises, and making grand promises about the league's future. Meanwhile, players are saying, fix what's broken first. As Sabali pointed out, the foundation is still cracked. And Caitlin Clark? She still doesn't have a seat in the room, even though she's the main reason there's a room to begin with. That's not just an oversight, it's a warning sign. Because this isn't just about a lowball offer. It signals a much deeper issue: the most influential players feel completely sidelined. This is becoming a powder keg. When you mix disrespect with silence, it explodes, and that's exactly what's happening. There's only one player in the league worth the kind of money these athletes are asking for, and honestly, she's probably worth $10 million a year. But this fight goes deeper than ego. It's about economics, leverage, and timing. And right now, the players are at a massive disadvantage. The league is bleeding cash, $50 million in losses last year, and projections show losses between $70 to $80 million this year. These numbers aren't estimates, they're already baked into the books. The WNBA is surviving on financial life support from the NBA, off the legacy of icons like Steph Curry, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. The truth? The WNBA has never turned a profit. Since its founding, it has averaged $10 million in losses per year. Franchises like the LA Sparks and Connecticut Sun are still operating in the red, trying to keep up with the growing demands of a league that's trying to evolve faster than its finances can support. So when players ask for charter flights, upgraded facilities, and higher pay, it's not that the owners don't want to give it to them, it's that they can't afford to. Many WNBA owners believe that a lockout would actually save them money. That's right, some owners lose less by shutting down the season than by keeping it running. Unless they're planning to sell their teams this year, a lockout might be the financially smarter option. And that's the most dangerous part. The owners know they hold the leverage. They don't fear a shutdown. Some would even prefer it. And yet, the league is parading around like it's booming. It's boasting about 3 new expansion teams and flaunting a $250 million windfall from expansion fees. There's also the massive $3 billion media rights deal on the horizon. It all sounds like big money, until you realize none of that cash has hit the books yet. It's future promise, not present solvency. Meanwhile, players are asking for immediate improvements and fair compensation. And here's Caitlin Clark, sidelined from the CBA talks, looking around the locker room and saying what everyone's thinking: we got more money for this? The disconnect between league growth and player treatment has never been more obvious. The stars are frustrated, the economics are shaky, and the league's most valuable player isn't even allowed in the conversation. This isn't just about fixing a broken deal. It's about acknowledging the players who are holding this league together and elevating it to new heights. And if the owners don't start listening, this powder keg is going to blow.